Tom. Welcome to a brand new week. I am here at Powder Ridge Ski Resort in Middlefield, Connecticut. Not many, there's maybe like 2 trails open as far as I can see. They're open, just because it's been pretty warm up here, so the snow hasn't been that great. Look off in the distance there. You can see one of the trails is just all grass. I already had one trip down the mountain on the snowboard, and it's been well over a decade since I last skied or snowboarded, and I might have to put the camera away soon because I think we're getting close to the top here. And I need my hands free, but I'm slowly learning. I'm getting my bearings back. It's that kind of thing where it's like you're moving and you feel off balance and you gotta stop. You're moving, you feel off balance, you gotta stop. But slowly you get used to that off balance feeling. And we're getting to the top a lot faster than I intended. So I'm gonna cut this short and hopefully once I get a little bit better, I'll have a little bit of footage of me actually going down the slope. What an absolutely gorgeous view from up here.
You said they were still at the bottom.
You may notice with the amount of light that's left, this is the part of the trip where I need to take a few liberties. However, this is also my first time on this particular slope. And my intention was to do snowboarding tips plus a ride down the mountain. So we'll see how that goes. By the way, social distancing mask here. Great for skiing and snowboarding. If you don't want something like a scarf to be, billowing about. Works great. We'll see how this goes. Oh God. I wonder how well you can pick up my voice especially when I'm braking. Now we're in a little bit of a quiet section. If I die, everything goes to Manatee. And this comes to the end of our day here at Powder Ridge in Middlefield, Connecticut. Let me try that again. This comes to the end of our day at Powder Ridge in Middlefield, Connecticut. Very lovely lit up like this. But few things. I'm exhausted. My legs are killing me. My knees are killing me specifically. I'm cold, and I'm ready to go home. But overall, it was very fun and enjoyable. I did have one kind of bad fall. I say bad, but it wasn't really that bad. Where it was like I clipped the edge of my board into the snow and just fell straight onto my knees. One thing I noticed is that you spend a lot more time on the chairlift than you do actually on the slopes. But I think I maximized my time on the slopes because I was going down the hills like an old man. But yeah, no, I took a few liberties and had a good time and got the footage I needed for upcoming stuff. Whew, so anyway, I'm gonna go home and take a very long, hot bath. And maybe grab something to eat on my way back. I didn't grab something to eat at the cafeteria here, but it sucked. And it was like $17. So I'm going to grab something else on the way back. Or maybe just go home and have dinner with my family. Who knows? It is Thursday. And you might be wondering to yourself, why am I filming while I'm in the driver's seat? Well, I'm not. Dad's here with me.
Hi.
And he's driving the Tesla right now. We're actually pretty far in on this trip. I think I said like 3 days ago that we're going to start this trip. And already, this is the third day into it. We stopped, where did we stop first? Do you remember?
Whiteville, Virginia.
Yeah, Whiteville, Virginia. We stopped at a hotel for the night. At a place that online said accepted dogs. When we got there, the woman there was like, or there was like a sign there that said they didn't accept dogs, right? And then the woman there was said that she didn't see anything, so we managed to get him in that way. Snuck him in through the front and back after we checked out because a new person was there in the morning. And then we stopped at Little Rock last night in Arkansas. That's around like, it's probably about like maybe not 1,300 miles, because I think it's like a 1,600 mile total trip. It's probably like around like 1,200 miles in. Maybe more. No, less than that. Like 1,100 miles in. But the road's been pretty clear for the most part. The second day of travel was a bit rough because there was a lot of rain. A lot of rain. But switching on and off driving has been pretty good. And I know this hasn't been extensive as my trip up here, but with Dad driving, it's been nice to be able to have. It's nice to have the freedom here to actually be able to vlog while we're on the road. Let's see if I can get a focus shot of him. I can barely see. There he is. He's had a rough go of it. He's not big on the long road trips, but he's been very good and very patient. So. That's been nice. Breakfast has always been nice with him, huh?
We bonded with the free breakfast, yeah.
Yeah, the continental breakfasts at the hotels. Dad's been bringing up sliced ham and scrambled eggs for him to chow down on. He's past the time when he needs to be eating his hypoallergenic food. But I don't think he had a food allergy. The vet was convinced that he had an allergy, but I'm starting to think like that because like if you remember from like footage past, he liked lying in those pools of water at the dog park, but he'd spend a lot of time in there, and I think he probably picked something up from that causes infections, because those pools got very dirty very quickly with all like the dogs running around in the dirt and everything like that. Oh, there's a road sign that's just blown over there. Looks like somebody hit it. I don't even know if you're able to see that because the ISO on this camera is capped. But at any rate, we were driving to DFW to drop my dad off because he was coming down to help me drive, and he's flying back tomorrow. And it was like I think one of the cheaper flights is to fly out of Dallas and head back up to the northeast. LaGuardia you're flying back into?
Flying into LaGuardia.
Yep.
Got my road time on the Tesla. Got a little bit of information, and so when we're looking at an electric car, I'll know what I'm looking at. Thomas, if I could come down to Austin, I would steal it if I could figure out how to turn it on.
Well, then that's when you just got to do a few test drives, and then you can come down and steal the car. Like Teslas up in New England, if there are any. So yeah, then once I drop him off, it's just me, the dog, and the open road for the next 3 or 4 hours as we head back to Austin. So I should be back around like 7 or 8 p.m. tonight. So hopefully that'll go well. We'll see. It is Friday and the very last day of 2021. I guess we could reflect a little bit on the year as well throughout this. Made it home. I dropped Dad off in Dallas Fort Worth. So he got a flight back. Then made the trek home, and it was an exciting drive home. I must say, just being so close after 3 days of constant driving really makes you want to get home.
got home, tried to unpack as much as I could, but ended up just collapsing in bed and sleeping. He was also very tired. In terms of things I did, well, let's talk a little bit more about what happened today as well. I woke up, took him to the park, just because I figured that'd be a good idea. Just get him a little bit of exercise. He could use it. I really need to get a haircut. Got home, showered. I think I showered. Yeah, I showered last night as well, just because you probably noticed in that video my hair did not look that great. It's because I wasn't particularly fond of the cleanliness of the hotel bathrooms, and in order for me to be able to take the dog with me, I had to pick out dog-friendly hotels, and they weren't the cleanest. So skipped over showering for a couple days. Got home, immediately got in the shower. I had deodorant, but it's not a replacement for showering. Today, after I took him to the park, got home, showered, had a meal. Went to the car wash because the car definitely needed it after the long drive. And then streamed Mario Party with Chilled Ray and Platty. That was a lot of fun. You could check out those games on my YouTube channel. There were the Super Mario Party from 12/31/2021. What levels did we play? We played Woody Woods and Spaceland. Two very good levels. Yoshi's Tropical Island, simple, but it requires a bit more strategizing. I'm not a big fan of Peach's birthday cake, honestly. What's the other one? Horrorland. I like Horrorland a lot. But I think my three favorites, honestly, are the ones from Mario Party 2 and 3. I wish they had DK's Jungle Adventure in Super Mario Party, but, what are you going to do? In terms of some self-reflection here, on what I did in 2021, I got him. I think that was probably my biggest accomplishment. He entered my life. Little dugong, little manatee. Biggest accomplishment of 2021. What else did I do? Mostly worked. There was a lot of working. Trying to get back in shape. I did start losing weight as well. Once I got back here, I thought I was gonna be like 10 pounds heavier, just because there was so much good food at home. Between like the sweets and like the Christmas style dinner that was made, which honestly was the equivalent of Thanksgiving dinner, but still very good. I didn't have the Thanksgiving dinner, so I was craving it. So that was all well and good. But I've been losing weight, so that's been good. Still under 200 pounds. In fact, lost a pound. The drive probably had a lot to do with that. Tried to get back on my diet once the travel started, and I think it worked out pretty well. Whew. Dipped my toe into the VTubing space by making my logo into a VTuber. And now that I've tasted it, I want more. 2022 may be the year that I start pursuing VTubing. I'll probably try. I'll try to still do Let's Plays. It's just that the streams will be with an avatar instead of like with this, because I'm kind of growing a little bit less confident about this. So put on a little facade there. Maybe a haircut will change my tune. But either way, I still want to give VTubing a try. From a business perspective, I feel like having a sort of like timeless animated character will be better for retention than an aging white guy. But we'll see. Either way, it seems like fun. I get to make up a story for it, and there was that. I started actively playing D&D again. Started trying to make my own campaign. Started doing more with Custom Smash. That's always good. Just a lot's been going on. I look forward to like more goals having in 2022. Really want to get into voice acting, like proper, but I need to like figure out a space for it in this house. My office isn't quite right for it. I just have to I just got to figure something out for it. And probably gonna buy a house in 2022 as well. Those are the two biggest goals: get the house and 3 goals: get into VTubing more, buy a house, and get into voice acting more. We'll see how that all goes. You know, pursue some other talents as well. I do want to start, actively playing D&D. Or I'm sorry, actively DMing in D&D. You know, I've been playing in Brett Ultimus' stuff. I was in another campaign before that, and those are fun. I've got a bunch of characters swimming around in my head, either for my own campaign or as like characters that I'll play. I'm excited to get those off the ground. What's up, bud? Probably hear a lot of fireworks going off because it is just past midnight. Hey, bud. You want to say goodbye to everybody for the year? There we go. I think with that, this is going to be the end of the year. And, yeah. Manatee and I will see you all in the next year. Later. I hope it's been a good one. It's been pretty good for me. Later.